Welcome to the POMcast with Stephen Willis. Now we're going to do things a little different. We are going to provide an honest look at Ole Miss athletics for the fan, by the fan, and of the fan. That is what we do. Hell be to me. I'm just kidding. Tune in for some Ole Miss sports news. We're going to give it to you straight. Yeah, right now. The POMcast starts now. It happens now. Holy cow. Listen to me. It's starting. Well, it's going to start right about now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the POMcast. I'm your host, Stephen Willis. Thank you so much for joining us today. And basically, we're moving on towards the end of the week. We were supposed to have Ole Miss and LSU tonight. We were supposed to have Ole Miss and Mississippi State tonight. Both of those got postponed. Baseball got pushed back a day. It is now a Saturday, Sunday, Monday evolution. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how you can watch the games. I mean, what does it really mean? Because there is a subscription tied to it, but it is supposedly available on smart TVs like Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Android TV, things like that. So stay tuned for that. We got some stuff on that for you. But first, if you want to follow us, you can catch us at the Stephen Willis on Twitter, Facebook.com/POMcast on Facebook. We are on YouTube at positivelyolemiss. Hit the bell for updates. Basically, we have a lot of cool stuff available, like greatest games of all time, 2020 games on demand. All the press conferences go into there. So if you want to get a good experience at all about following Ole Miss football, that's kind of the place to go. Positively Ole Miss on YouTube. You can catch it. Let's see, I need to get that. Boom. You can catch it and follow all this stuff. Subscribe, share it out, let your friends know about it. It's kind of a cool thing that it isn't really offered anywhere else. So you can follow on-demand games from all kinds of eras. I think we put the 1960 Ole Miss Alabama game on there the other day. So yeah, that shows you the depth of the greatest games and all that. We're just going through and looking and trying to aggregate whatever we can. As people put it up, we link to it from our page. So I get no clicks from you doing that. That's just purely an enjoyment thing, and hopefully you can get lost a little bit in there because it's kind of fun. I think we have the '88 Florida Ole Miss game in there, or '89, I should say, the Chauncey Godwin interception game. But you know, that's just one of the things. Today we are going to talk about Flow Sports and Flow Baseball and how you can watch the game. It does require a sign up. It is behind the paywall. That is, nothing to, look down upon, but you can see the price below. You can see the airs of the game. We've got all the games on. All the games are at 3 o'clock Central Time, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday against TCU, Sunday against Texas Tech, Monday against Texas. It's on Flow Sports, and it costs about $30 a month. So when looking at Flow Sports, I mean, this is kind of what the page looks like. And if we do it right, you have a good experience and you come back and you keep coming back, and it just amplifies your fandom. That's the whole purpose of this. We're supposed to take away access problems that might occur because of the paywall. We are anti-paywall. We want to provide an experience that is completely unlike any others. Now, you're going to hear journalists and people cry about them making a living and all that through the paywall. Yes, telegraph operators made a living too. But it went away because everything caught up and made it to where it wasn't necessary anymore. Long distance phone service used to be a thing. You used to pay extra for that. It's not really a thing anymore. So that is what we're looking at, and that is where we're going down the line. We're going to improve on this. As you can see, I mean, we're going to build it out first and, try and break the system over the next couple of months. And then we're going to figure out what we can do and then do it well. That's our plan. But anyway, we're going to take a short break. And after the break, Darby McCranie comes in to drop some knowledge, and stick around.
Only 10% of us get enough daily exercise.
And that number is dropping.
Nearly 30% of us are overweight or obese.
We spend 6 hours a day in front of a screen.
As a result, we now have a shorter life expectancy than our parents.
But give us the right start in sports, and we'll never stop.
Learn how at active4life.ca.
Hey, this is Stephen Willis from Positively Ole Miss. We're almost done with this break. We'll be back with good information quite soon.
The military has been in every generation of my family, and so has VA. It wasn't easy for my dad after Vietnam, but VA helped him and my mom get the home they'd always wanted. My grandpa's been coming to VA since World War II. They even helped him lay to rest one of his battle buddies from Normandy. And me, I followed in their footsteps and served with pride. And now that I'm out of the military, the GI Bill's helping me with school. Every generation of my family has served, and VA has served us all.
We're with Darby McCranie, the recruiting czar, right here for today's update. Today he's going to touch a little bit on defensive ends. How you doing today, Darby?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Trying to stay warm in this weather.
Yeah, that's not really, we were just discussing that earlier. It's not really a problem to me. It got to about 75 today.
Well, my luck last night was it got down to about 23 degrees on the coast of Mississippi, and our power went out for 3 hours. So, yeah, and it was like our whole town almost. So, yeah, it wasn't the best of timing, but we're making it.
Yeah, at least you're not in Texas.
That's true. We could have it a lot worse, man. You're right about that.
So today we're going to go over defensive ends. Who you got? Tell me about it.
Yeah, man, no problem. It's a pretty lengthy list compared to the defensive tackles. I think on that list we're kind of honed in on what we're looking for. But this one's a little bit bigger. You got 15 recruits here, and I'll start you out with Dante Anderson. He's from Homestead, Florida. His national rank is 113. His position rank is 8, and his state rank is 15th. He's 6'3", 205 pounds, and being recruited by Kevin Smith. The notes I have on him is he's a 4-star recruit. He's got offers from everywhere. Extremely athletic and has a frame to add some weight. And just in 6 games last year that he was able to play in, he had 10 sacks. So pretty productive on the field and a very competitive Florida sanction down there. The next guy I have the list here is Ernest Cooper IV from Arlington, Texas. His national rank is 168. Position rank is 9th. And his state rank is 27th. He's 6'4", 235 pounds, and being recruited by Chris Partridge. He's a 4-star recruit, and Gabe Brooks projects him as a 4 to 7 round pick in the NFL, or for the NFL draft when it's his time to shine. Um, I'll move on from there with Justin Finkley from Trussville, Alabama. His national rank is 118. Position rank is 7. State rank is 6. He's 6'2" and 255 pounds, and he's being recruited by two folks, which is Chris Partridge and Derek Nix. He's a 4-star recruit. Offers from everywhere. It's going to be a hard pull, obviously, from Alabama with Auburn and Alabama being there. But we do have our two best recruiters on him. Next guy is Eric Gaston. He's from Antioch, Tennessee. His national rank is 626. Position rank is 31, and state rank is 27. He's 6'5", 235 pounds.
Which high school does he go to?
I don't have that stat. I'll pull that up for you before we get off though. But he's being recruited by Jeff Levy as well. He's a 3-star guy, long and rangy, with a frame to add weight. Probably needs a year or so in the weight room, the way he's built right now. But he's got pretty good offers for being ranked as low as he is at this time, and he's got offers from Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Tennessee.
Okay.
Yep, you got Deontay Hunter here from Valdosta, Georgia, another lower ranked guy, 713th nationally. He's 6'4", 195 pounds, and being recruited by Chris Partridge, 3-star recruit, another long and rangy guy, needs a year in the weight room, but he's evaluated pretty high on our staff. Marvin Jones Jr., Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's nationally ranked number 70, regardless of position. His position rank is 5. His state rank is 9. He's 6'4", 225 pounds, and being recruited by Kevin Smith. My notes.
I remember his dad.
Yeah. So that's one of my notes I have here. He's a 4-star recruit, real long-armed pass rusher, NFL bloodline with his father playing in the NFL. Andrew Irving projects him as a top 3-round NFL draft pick when it's his time. Let's see. Josh Josephs from Kennesaw, Georgia here. He's not ranked yet, but he's 6'3", 270 pounds, and Chris Partridge is recruiting him. He also, his notes on him are that he projects to play D-end and outside linebacker. He's got a lot of versatility with his speed and coverage abilities. But he's going under the radar as far as the rank goes. Then we got R.J. Moss touching on a Mississippian here. He's from Biloxi, Mississippi. National rank is 376. Position rank is 20. State rank is 7. He's 6'4" and 250 pounds. He's being recruited by Derek Nix, a 3-star guy, and he's got some pretty good offers as well from Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State. But I'll look for him if he gets a good senior season. I'll look for his stock to kind of expand a little bit and get some more offers from him. And we have his teammate on staff as well, if you remember, Steve.
Elijah Sabatini. That's right. And that it does bring into the question, like, how was Biloxi so average over the last couple of years with those D1 type players on defense?
I'm not very certain because they got a lot of money in the school. They got, moderate to decent coaching staff, and they, D'Iberville and Gulfport, they always tend to work them over the past 5 years or so. I don't get it. I really don't.
It must all come down to the quarterback position. Basically,
yeah.
They're going somewhere else. They might end up at D'Iberville or past Christian or St. Stanislaus as with Miles Brennan maybe.
That's right. Yeah. But moving on down my list, Steve, I got Cordell Pat from Stafford, Texas, another unranked guy, but he's 6'4", 240 pounds, being recruited by Chris Partridge. He's got offers from Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. It's Shamar Stewart, Opelika, Florida. Is that pronounced correct?
Opelika, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, he's his national rank is 5th, so he's a big-time recruit. He's number 1 at his position, and he's number 1 in his state. He's 6'5", 240 pounds, being recruited by Kevin Smith. He's a 5-star recruit. Brian Simmons projects him as a first-round pick. He compares his body and play style to Chris Jones. Very strong. He's got a lot of weight on him, but it's all really good weight described by Brian Simmons there. So, I mean, that's the difference to me going through these lists compared to last year and the year before is you're seeing 4 and 5-star guys popping up pretty consistently. We're recruiting a whole different caliber of player here, which is great. You got Jamon Tapp from Donaldson, Louisiana. His rank is 135 nationally. Position rank is 10. State rank is 8. He's 6'3", 230 pounds, and he's being recruited by Coleman Huntsler. He's another 4-star guy, 3-sport athlete with football, basketball, and track. So great versatility from him. And then you got Enai White from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. National rank is 29. Position rank is 2. And state rank is 1. He's 6'5", 230 pounds. Steve, can you guess who's recruiting him?
Chris Partridge.
You nailed it. 5-star recruit, offers from everywhere in the country. Brian Doan, 247 Sports, projects him as a first-round draft pick, compares his body and play style to Jason Pierre-Paul. Big-time basketball player as well.
Okay, so very athletic kid.
Absolutely. Plug-and-play, ready-to-go guy. I mean, Brian Doan says, he's going to go straight from high school. He's going to go to a university, and he's going to plug and play and be a big-time player year one. That's a pretty big statement.
Yeah. So when you're going through these lists and everything at defensive end, are most guys like speed guys, or we're talking about strong side defensive ends upwards of 270, 280?
Yeah. So they're generally 200. I mean, my lower end guy here is 205 pounds. My highest guy is 265 pounds. So it's a pretty good mixture of pass rush and pass rush ends and some big bulk. So a little bit of versatility. You know how we kind of run the 3-4 pretty good bit as well. So you're going to need those ends to be able to move.
Yeah.
Very versatile guys.
Yeah, you basically take the 3 technique with Tariqus Tisdale, who can play as the strong side end. He's versatile enough to do that, or the 3 technique. So that allows you the versatility to go 3-4 to 4-3.
That's right. And that's the way to do it. Got to be versatile, and getting these guys that can do a little bit of everything is the first step in that.
Yeah, there's a lot of Swiss Army knife type players, especially in this recruiting class last year, the 2021 class, that is worth taking a look at and paying attention to, because between Dink Jackson, who could play 3 positions back there, Tysheem Johnson can play 3 positions back there. You have corners that are both over 6 feet. I mean, you can kind of see what they're building. You can.
They give you a little look at their ideal model. Recruits that they're looking for is in the secondary, and I think you're kind of getting a good look at it now in this class with the defensive linemen. They want them to be versatile between the linebacking core and the defensive line.
Any word? Let's see. Ty Simpson was supposed to be Friday, but it got pushed back to next Friday. Any word on him?
Yeah, the weather. He claimed that it was inclement weather that postponed that, but I'm hoping. I mean, I know it's probably not likely, but I'm hoping the news of Gus Malzahn going to UCF, a little bit of comfort that he would have the same offensive coordinator at Ole Miss in Jeff Levy. I'm hoping that he is rethinking things. I know he had a couple Zoom calls set up with the Ole Miss coaching staff before announcing, so I'm hoping he just kind of pushes that date back again and just washes the date out now. I know Steve Wiltfong and a couple other folks that are big-time guys are projecting him to go to Clemson. So I'm not holding my breath, but a little bit of hope there that we can get that date washed out and just let that recruitment open back up.
Yeah, and Ole Miss guys shouldn't fret too much about this class because, I think next year's class is Arch Manning, right?
That's correct. That is correct. And I think we've got all our eggs in that basket.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, so any quarterback that's coming in here knows that Arch is coming next year and knows what that means.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and Ty Simpson is their guy that they identified really early. They've been recruiting him since day one that they've been here. That was their guy for 2022. He's got ties to Mississippi. He's got family that lives here. He's got friends on campus, really close with Hudson Wolf. So I'm just hoping relationships went out there and at least buy us some more time to continue to recruit the kid.
And at running back, you hear any names at running back, just real quick?
No, I haven't dove into that yet. I haven't looked at any the big names, but I do know that we are for sure going to be taking one this year. We chose not to last year. We're just so deep in that room. I would say that's the room that we're so deep in that we didn't need immediate help to the point that we got some guys like Snoop Connor that would start anywhere. We're rotating 3 guys there that are just incredible. But yeah, no idea on who we're going to take yet, and I'll go ahead and tell you this: we'll touch on running backs next.
Okay.
I'll put that in there.
I'm pretty fired up about that.
Yeah, I got one last recruit I do want to go over for you.
Go ahead.
And only because of the relationship there, and that's Aaron Wilson from Baltimore, Maryland. His national rank is 80, position rank is 5, state rank is 4. 6'2", 235 pounds. And with the location, Steve, I know you're going to guess it, but Chris Partridge is his recruiter. He's a 4. Yeah, I know, right? He's a 4-star recruit, but here's our end right here. Previous high school teammate with Ole Miss defensive end, Damon Clowney. So we have an in there with Glenn Dorsey being one of his coaches, with one of his teammates being here, and we know we've seen it so many times. Relationships went out.
Wayne Dorsey.
Yep. Wayne Dorsey was a JUCO transfer to Ole Miss that was a defensive end.
Yeah, you said Glenn Dorsey, which he went to LSU.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Mixed that one up there.
Yeah.
But he's projected. Brian Doan projects him as a 4 to 7 round draft pick, with the potential of being a first round draft pick. So, yeah, that's all I got there, man. But I touched on it before. I just think that this is the quality of recruits that we're recruiting are special. They're a little bit different. Getting kind of back to that stage that we had under Freeze, and the Kiffin regime just shows you that they are going for the stars here, and we've seen a little bit of the last class that they're able to finish those deals. They're able to finish the recruiting.
Yeah, and just a little inside people watching this. I know nothing about what's going to be said, so I'm hearing it for the first time as well, because I kind of want to give you off the cuff immediate reaction and not pre-planned stuff. But Darby does a hell of a job. And next week we're going to get on the running backs, the offensive side of the ball, it sounds like a little bit. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you very much, Darby. The recruiting czar coming into the house today. Here with Darby McCranie. And that's going to do it for today's POMcast. Thank you so much for joining us this Darby. And tonight, Chris Thrasher is